Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday evening Zoom call. Tonight is going to be a presentation or a discussion. We're actually just waiting to see who is on the Zoom call. Our presenters tonight are myself. My name is Adele. I'm here in Johannesburg, South Africa. We have Beverly in Panama City and Ike on the west rand of Johannesburg. I'm on the south and Ike is on the west. And we are here to discuss Gift of Legacy with you, but we're just checking who is here. I'd love you to please write in the chat if you are here for the very first time, if you've heard about Gift of Legacy before. If you have been here before and you know about Gift of Legacy, we're not going to do a presentation. If you are all people who are in Gift of Legacy, then we're going to chat. Then we're going to pick something in the GL participants guidelines and we're going to go through that. So Bev, how are you this evening?
Oh, I'm super great. I am really joyful when Tuesday comes. My Tuesdays and Thursdays are my special days of the week, except for Sunday when I go to church. But Adele, I am so happy to be here with you. I think what we should do is talk about the guidelines more than anything else because there's just so many things on YouTube about Gift of Legacy and the person who gets invited, because we can only do this through an invitation, will be able to guide and point out where to go to get the information of how. But this guideline will be telling you a little bit more in depth about what we really are and stand for and should do. Thank you so much, Adele, for this opportunity to be who I am. A giver filled with love.
It's wonderful to have you here. Ike, how are you this evening?
Yeah, excited to be here. Always looking forward to actually these sessions that we have. And I'm so grateful for all the people, like Bev says, that are surrounding me, that in the last 2 years, people that I can put my head on the block for, and people that I know are just there for me, win-win. And not just talking about it, but we have demonstrated who are there. I mean, we are from another meeting where Queeneth was in tears and she made me cry because as she was counting on people that are surrounding her, and you just think about yourself, who am I? I'm Beverly in Panama. Who are these people around the world that have just become family to me? So it's a special time for me to actually meet with my family that I didn't know in the last 2.5 years. I'm excited to be here. If I can, I'll be here every Tuesday and Thursday. Thanks, Adele. We thank you for your inspiration, also for the example that you have set, for the example that other people have actually set for us to be an inspiration to the world. Exciting to be here.
Thanks, Ike. Thank you so much. Well, let's go into it. Let's share. I'm sharing my phone. That's an image today of the beautiful skies at the school where I work. It looks like I'm in some luxury holiday destination, but it's actually just outside my office. And the reason I'm sharing from my phone is many of us do Gift of Legacy on our phone. And we don't want you ever to think that you can't present Gift of Legacy from your phone. You can talk about Gift of Legacy anywhere. In fact, if you can explain Gift of Legacy in an elevator trip or going up the escalators with somebody, then you truly understand Gift of Legacy. You shouldn't need a long time to explain something with lots of details. You just explain it's a gifting activity where we send gifts from one person to another person across the world. And we use an automated website to do so. That's it. That's what Gift of Legacy is all about. So there is my phone screen. And then you'll see there just about the telephone icon on the left of Facebook, there's something there called React app. Gift of Legacy is not an application. It's not an app you can download from the Play Store or the iStore. Gift of Legacy, you can only join the website with a unique link from somebody who invites you to join our community. But because technology makes things easier, I have saved the Gift of Legacy website address, the URL. I have saved it as a widget on my desktop on my phone so that it is easier for me to access. I'm pressing on React app. It's not an app. It's just the saved link for giftoflegacyglobal.com. So I'm opening up, and there's my profile. We don't have accounts. Gift of Legacy is not a business. It's not a company. We do not have accounts. It's a profile, and it's an interactive website. So you can go onto the profile. There are 6 boards that you can ride in this gifting activity. Gifts where you join a board, you join by gifting somebody on the board, but you will also have a turn to receive. And you know what? Let's go through the presentation and let's show it to you anyway. On your website, you also have personal information where you have saved your name, your address, a password, and a username that you have created. You don't say banking details, nothing like that, because when you gift somebody, they contact you. The gifter will contact the legend personally, and then you decide on which gifting method you are going to use. There's personal information. You can go straight to the Telegram group with the Telegram logo there. And it's very important that you log out. Every time you're finished with your website, you log out. The system needs to register that you are logging in. If you don't, after 60 days of not logging in, you'll be automatically removed from the system. So I'm going to go to Academy. Academy is where you go to learn everything about Gift of Legacy. And this is where we find the link tree. The link tree has got all kinds of information. It's interactive, and you can share information here. Now we're going to go to the Gift of Legacy Participants Guidelines. Click on there. I'm going to open it up, as you can see. We're going to open it, and we are going to go through the information that we find over here. Okay, the Participants Guidelines. And I'm going to go here to the introduction. There's a lot of things here on this page that you can use to introduce people to Gift of Legacy. There's a short animation that you can play. You just click in that blue rectangle and it will play. You can share it with someone in the coffee shop. It's 6 minutes 60 seconds, about 7 minutes long. We're going to go through the introduction to Gift of Legacy. I'm going to click on there and open it up. And we're going to go through the information. So this is what you will see. I'm going to just enlarge my screen. This is exactly what I would do in a coffee shop, or when I'm visiting somebody, waiting in the carpool, wherever I am on a sports field. If I want to share Gift of Legacy, the presentation is right there on my phone and I can share it. So Bev, do you want to do your usual part, starting off the presentation, explaining what Gift of Legacy is, and then I'll chip in and we'll get Ike to give us some commentary as we're going.
It will be my great pleasure to do this. The Gift of Legacy is a gifting activity creating abundance, and it is done by invitation only. There is a disclaimer that I really enjoy that it is there because it says what we need to know. This presentation is for invitation sharing only and is not to be construed as financial advice. Neither the presenter nor Gift of Legacy are registered financial or tax advisors. Everybody should recognize that part. The information given is only intended to give example of what a participant may expect. When we come to the next slide, it says, what is it all about? Well, when I found out what it was all about, I fell madly in love to be able to do this worldwide, because it is sacred economics. Gifting communities trace back to the 1960s. It has been off the mainstream for decades. But I found out by searching myself that it is 100% legal. And it is under this wonderful word of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is communities working together, and it's also known as circular economics. This gifting activity is extended all over, it is over 100 countries. It is uplifting communities. In my heart, I feel it is a blessing that we have been given, creating abundance and self-development, because here we do develop ourselves. What does it look like? It's a website, and it looks on your laptop. It is this way horizontally, and on your cell phone, it is vertical, of course, because the space is available. But everything is the same. All the boards are there for you to see. The main part of my love for Gift of Legacy is that you do not do it alone. Your commitment is to bring two friends, like-minded, like-hearted, because it is needed to have experiences together. When we look at why it is a theme park in the background, it's because the theme park means that this activity is supposed to be fun, exciting, and to be shared with loving each other. Adele, the first part that I love the most is this one, this cold board. This cold board has got great meaning to my heart, because here in Latin America and in many parts of the world, when I started Gift of Legacy 2 years ago, was not accessible financially. And then the wonderfulness of the co-creators made a new board. These are called boards, and they named it the cold board. It's a board that helps you to begin. It's a pre-starter. You do $5, $25 to the legend in the center of the board. And the board is divided in two, left hemisphere and right hemisphere. And that person in the middle is where everyone that comes into Gift of Legacy has the opportunity to get to by gifting. We have gifters, then we have 4 gifters on each side, we have 2 builders, and we have a guide, and then we have a legend. And that's how we work. We work from the outside into the center. Once you get into the center, you collect $200, and those $200 is not for you to keep alone. It is to be able to move the other boards forward. As we say, you enter by giving, then you receive, then you give back, then you receive, and it's perpetual. Adele, this board has been my joy, my love, ever since it came in October. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bev. Thank you so much. Cold board is one of the 2 starter boards in Gift of Legacy, and it really has made Gift of Legacy affordable to everyone. Ike, your team also has great value for the cold board, correct?
Absolutely. When the board was introduced, can you hear me? Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. When this board was introduced last year, October, it's a year now. It actually meant so many people were attracted to Gift of Legacy because, like Bev says, it was a challenge with $100 before this board was actually introduced. So it's a great pleasure to actually have this board where people can actually spend less than 500 rand, South African rand, to actually come on board. So this board is very, very special to many of us here in South Africa. Thanks, Ed.
Thanks so much, Ike. Well, Bev introduced you to the cold board. Now, in Gift of Legacy, there are 6 boards. I showed them to you when I opened up my website just now. When you complete any board, You need to know how to manage your gifts. You don't get to keep all of them. We suggest that you use your first 4 gifts on any board to join the next higher board. Then you can enjoy 3 gifts that are remaining. And the last gift, you use that to join your perpetual cycle. So if you've joined on coal and you have received 8 gifts of $25, first 4, you use them to join bronze. And then you keep 3 gifts, and 1 gift is to join your coal perpetual cycle. It's really important that people joining Gift of Legacy realize you don't come in, gift, and then run away with all the gifts you've kept. You need to gift forward, because the goal is for you to progress and be on the perpetual cycle of all 6 boards. So after the coal board, you are going to journey through 4 boards. There's a 6th board. I'm going to explain it at the end of the presentation. But after coal, the one of the 2 voluntary starter boards, you can decide where you're going to start Gift of Legacy. So after coal, you are going to journey through 4 boards. You're going to go straight onto bronze, but you can also start your journey here on the bronze board. You'll see there's an image of a Ferris wheel in the top left corner there. The boards from bronze, silver, gold, and perpetual, we refer to as Ferris wheels, because the Ferris wheels are the 4 main attractions in this theme park. Gift of Legacy is referred to as a theme park because it's something different from the reality, the normal platforms that you know, the normal everyday job that you have. It's something very different. So the Ferris wheels represent that you can ride these boards over and over and over again. Bronze board, you're going to start with $100 as a gifter, gifted unconditionally. You can't get it returned back to you. You send it to the legend on the board. When you are a legend and you complete the board, you will have received $800 in total. So this is what a bronze board looks like. The legend is in the middle in that big red flash. Like Bev said, you've got 2 guides, 4 builders, and 8 gifters. So if you've joined, let's represent you with a yellow circle, because your username will always be typed and written in yellow when you open your profile. You land on the board and you gift the legend, the person in the middle of the board. And when 3 other gifters have joined you on your hemisphere, the legend has received their first 4 gifts. They can now go ahead and join the next board. In this case, it will be the silver board with their first $400 in gifts. There's the legend now receiving all 8 gifts, so they have received $800 in total. At this point, their board is going to close. They move off of this board. They join a new bronze board, which is their perpetual cycle. It's not a perpetual board. They could be on a board where there are new gifters who've joined for the very first time, but for them, it is their second round on bronze, and therefore we call it the perpetual cycle. You are going to move up into the builder position because the guide has now moved into the legend. You move up into builder, and this is the perfect opportunity for you to invite those 2 people that Beverly spoke of. You can invite from the legend and guide, as well as even the gifter position, but we do suggest that you invite 2 people to join you when you are in a builder position, because this allows the 2 by 2 by 2 principle to happen. We'll show you as we go through the next few slides. So you invite 2 people to join you, and the other builder will do the same. You are now in a guide position. Your invitees are now your 2 builders, and they are inviting people. Do you see what's happened there? The legend is probably your inviter. You and the guide on the other side are the 2 invitees of the legend. Your 2 invitees are the builders next to you, and their invitees are the 4 gifters on the left-hand side. This is the 2 by 2 by 2 principle. This is how you build a team, a lineage, a family. These are the people who are going to journey the boards of abundance with you. So when one hemisphere fills up, like that left hemisphere, you as the guide are going to split off, leave this board, and you're going to join your own board. where you are going to be a legend. And this original board will only close when all 8 gifts have been received by the original legend. So congratulations, you are now a legend on your board. You've got your 2 invitees next to you as guides, their invitees as the 4 builders, and now 8 gifters are going to land on that board and gift you unconditionally non-returnable gifts of $100 until you have received $800. $300 are yours to keep. Now, you finished your board. You want to join your perpetual cycle, which means you're going to join your 2nd ride on the bronze board. If your original board, where you were guide on the left side, has not yet completed, when you join your perpetual cycle, you're going to come back on the right-hand hemisphere on your perpetual cycle to help close that board. This is called the Ohana principle. This feature in the Gift of Legacy algorithm ensures that no boards are left on their own, that there is movement, and that everybody has the opportunity to progress in the boards. Ohana means family, and it means nobody gets left behind. So when you have finished your bronze board, you will have received $800. You've used $400 to join silver. You're keeping $100 to join your perpetual cycle on bronze. That means $500 is to move on to the next boards. This is money that belongs to the community. They're gifts that need to go back into the system to keep the perpetual cycles going. You are going to keep $300 in your pocket. So let's look at this in detail. I'm going to enlarge this so you don't get to see everything. That's Gift of Legacy in one little picture. We've got the coal train, which is your optional starter board for $25. A coal train represents the fire, the energy of the Gift of Legacy theme park. It's the train that goes round and around the theme park. It's also got a perpetual cycle. You're going to join that ride for $25. The bronze board is a $100 board. Then we have a silver board, which is a $400 board. The gold board is a $1,600 board, and the platinum board is a $5,000 board. Now you can see that bronze, silver, gold, and platinum are represented by Ferris wheels, which just symbolizes the ongoing infinity perpetual cycle of these boards, while the coal train is on a track that goes round and around the theme park and keeps going. So on your first round, you will receive gifts, but there's only a certain amount you need to keep because you need to join the next board and the perpetual cycle. Perpetual is symbolized by that infinity sign. So on coal, your first round, you are, as a legend, going to receive $200. You only keep $75 because you need to join bronze with $100, and you need $25 to rejoin coal. So you're keeping $75, but you only join for $25. Now, when you join coal, perpetual cycle, look what happens. On your perpetual cycle, you're getting to keep $175. Why is there a difference? Because now you're already on your bronze board. You don't need to gift forward. You've already joined bronze. So on your perpetual cycle, your second, third, fourth time until infinity, you only hold back one gift to ride that board again. So on coal, you get to keep $175. This is what we refer to as the power of the perpetual cycles. When you are on the perpetual cycles, you get to keep 7 of your 8 gifts. 7 of your 8 gifts. So let's look at bronze. Bronze on your first cycle, you will receive $800. You get to keep $300 because you need to join silver, right? On perpetual, you only hold back one gift. So you're keeping $700. On silver, when you've completed that board, You have received $3,200 and you keep $1,200 because you need to join gold. And on your perpetual cycle, you only keep back $400 to ride that board again. You are keeping $2,800. Now it starts getting quite serious because now you are on the gold board. Gold board, your first round, you are going to receive $12,800. Convert that into your currency. I don't care where you live. That's a lot of money. And you get to keep $6,200. Now you start seeing what we mean about creating a legacy, generational wealth, a future for your descendants, for your family. But on the perpetual cycle of gold, you only have to keep one gift back. So you keep $11,200. Could that make a difference in your life? Could that start creating a legacy? I'm sure it could. And then the platinum. That's the ultimate board. It's the last board in the theme park. When you've completed platinum and you have received 8 gifts of $5,000, you are going to receive $40,000. You keep one to ride it again. So you keep $35,000. And the most amazing thing is your perpetual cycle is exactly the same because there is not another board to join. Look at the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. I'm putting it here at the top of the screen. The bottom line is that on your perpetual cycle, you get to keep $175 on coal, $700 on bronze, $2,800 on silver, $11,200 on gold, and $35,000 on your perpetual cycles on 5 of the 6 boards. If I summarized, without coal and Ohana, and I haven't explained Ohana yet, your first cycle through all 4 boards, just going once through each board, you will receive $42,700. And on the perpetual cycle, through all 4 boards, just once, you receive $49,700. So now what's Ohana all about? Well, remember that principle, Ohana, the word family, the Hawaiian word family, when no one gets left behind? Gift of Legacy is a theme park. And we can only create our legacies in a theme park that's functioning, in a theme park that's vibrant and alive, and where the lights are always on, where the wheels are always turning, and where everything is maintained well and efficiently. Gracious Givers Movement is a non-profit organization that looks after the running of Gift of Legacy. Because to join Gift of Legacy, you only send your gift when you join to the legend and you invite 2 people. That's the only requirements to join Gift of Legacy. We don't pay a membership fee. We don't pay a joining fee. There's actually no money to keep this whole system going. So a non-profit organization was founded by the custodians, and that money is used to pay for this system that hosts over 180 countries around the world, 1.6 million people. So this year in May, an Ohana board was created. It is a 100% blended board. Here there's no lineage, there's no teams, there's no inviting 2 by 2. When you join an Ohana board, it is a once off, $50 gift unconditionally to join Ohana. You need to be confirmed on either coal or bronze with your profile in order to join Ohana with that profile. When you are a legend, you will receive 7 gifts. So you receive $350 and you keep $300. Why do you only receive 7? Well, gifter number 1 is a confirmed Ohana position. He's the driver of this little golf shuttle that's driving around the theme park. Ohana positions are positions that move through the boards just like you and me. But when they are in legend and they receive gifts, those gifts get sent to GGM to keep this theme park going. The boards on Ohana will only split when there are 8 gifters, because this board is about community, it's about family. There's no lineage, so we don't need to split off hemispheres. The Gift of Legacy system will automatically join the legend to the next Ohana board on the perpetual cycle, where you will gift $50 to the legend on the board. If you are removed from an Ohana board, you may not rejoin Ohana with that profile, and you cannot create any more Gift of Legacy profiles. And we do encourage on Ohana that people only gift with cryptocurrency, preferably USDT, although gifters and legends must make an agreement to make sure that the $50 is sent from the gifter to the legend. Ohana was created to ensure that our legacies keep growing. Now, there are some guidelines in our community, Bev. Just like when I go to the theme park, there's rules about who can go on what ride, how long you can be on them, safety precautions, what I need to do to participate. Do you want to go through the guidelines?
Oh, it will be my great pleasure, Adele, because guidelines are the best things to keep us in line. Our guidelines of Gift of Legacy are very, very simple. Number 1, you join by sending an unconditional gift of either $25, $100, or both, if that's how you can do it. But it must be sent to the legend of the board, no one else. You invite 2 like-minded, like-hearted people to follow you on your journey. The thing about inviting is that you have to encourage your 2 invitees to do the same as you do, 2 by 2 by 2, and this ensures movement of the boards. You join the boards sequentially, 25, 100, or start at 100, $400, $1,600, $5,000 in the first round. And it is essential to join the perpetual cycle of every board. Once I started to understand the perpetual cycle, I got even happier than when I started. The importance is there is something very important that you must understand. You cannot advance to the next board without 2 confirmed invitees. These rules are very, very simple. These rules are made for us to recognize and know what we're supposed to do. Of course, it is important that you understand we do not allow promoting in Gift of Legacy on social media because we want to keep our communities with like-minded people. Don't try to fill up the spaces, because once you get the habit of doing 2 by 2 by 2, this makes a lot of sense. It is what we need to get into the habit of doing. We have so many presentations in English and in many, many languages. We do not have to be, we must only be the messenger, but do not try to give the message. Invite people on a Zoom shared live like this, or on the recording presentations. We have got wonderful trainings. I enjoy the trainings so much more because it allows me to learn how much there is available in this legacy that we're building. If you check, we call it the link tree, and there's a YouTube channel, you will find everything you need to learn. And please note, it is important to understand that there are no guarantees. I think we all have got to recognize that in life there are no guarantees. And here in Gift of Legacy, there isn't also. The success and failure of any participant will depend on your willingness to participate and follow the guidelines of Gift of Legacy. It remains an individual participant's responsibility to ensure conforming the tax laws of your country. Gift of Legacy is decentralized with no third-party affiliation ownership or partnerships. If you are joining Gift of Legacy via a third-party system, you do so at your own risk. Gift of Legacy is 100% person-to-person, peer-to-peer, and no funds ever get paid to a platform. Gifts are always given to the Gift of Legacy participants and only gifted to the legend when landing on their board. These guidelines are so wonderful that the simplicity of Gift of Legacy, creating the legacy that we need to start learning what to do. And I thank you very much, because there is a way out. Thank you for joining us. If you would like to know more, please contact the person who invited you to this presentation. Gifting is a wonderful way to have a great economy worldwide. Thank you, Adele. It's wonderful.
Thank you, Bev. What a beautiful explanation of the guidelines. They are so simple, so clear, and everybody just needs to follow those guidelines. Ike, any comments about the boards, about the guidelines, about anything that we've discussed in the presentation?
Yeah, thanks, ladies, for such a brilliant presentation. I just love your passion and your, you know, I can just see that this Gift of Legacy is in your blood, and that's just an inspiration to me. But just to underscore the importance of supporting Gift of Legacy, that it must be for generations to come. So that Ohana board is very, very important for me and for the community and for those who are coming here. That as you follow the boards, when you are able to actually join the Ohana board, please do so. It supports the running of Gift of Legacy. So every one of us must actually realize that I've been offered this gift, but what is it that I can actually offer back, give back to the community, and to support Gift of Legacy through Ohana board is very, very critical. As we enjoy the benefits, as we enjoy the money, as we enjoy the levels, just remember that it costs a lot of money to actually run this system. So I am very focused, and it's very clear to me that as I go through the stages, I just think about people who actually sacrifice their monies right at the beginning, their funds, to actually set up this system. And I'll be forever be indebted to them. What a legacy they have actually given to the world. I do thank every one of them. I thank you, ladies, that every Tuesday, Thursday, you are here. And thanks for those who are Mama Anna and Anna and many other people that are on this call that are actually committed to even come here to learn, so that this idea, Gift of Legacy idea, becomes clear to them. When I meet with my team, like today I met with Mama Anna, you can actually see from the way she talks about Gift of Legacy that she has grasped it. It's in her blood. So this is exciting to be here. And thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thanks so much. Thank you, Ike. All right, so I'm going to ask if anybody's got any questions about the presentation. You can type it in the chat. If you would like to raise your hand and speak, you can. I do ask that if anybody is going to speak, that you open your camera, that you have your face fully visible so that we can see you and hear you clearly. And that you just keep it short and sweet. Short questions so we can give you short answers, and we will try and answer any questions that you have. So you can either type in the chat or you can unmute. I'm just going to open up that facility now that if anybody would like to unmute, they can speak. There you go. You can unmute yourself just by tapping on the microphone. But please, if you're going to be speaking, make sure we can see you clearly on the video, that you ask short questions, and that we can give you short and clear answers. If we can't, we'll make sure we find them for you. So has anybody got any comments or questions, things they would like to know? I don't see anything in the chat. Sometimes people just need a moment or two to process the information that they have heard. So I'm going to allow you that opportunity. We are a small group, so you are very welcome to ask any questions, and we will try and answer for you. I know lots of people have got questions about compression, so I'm going to go straight into that. Compression hasn't happened yet. We are waiting for information from the custodians and the developers as to when compression has happened or is about to happen. I think we will be told it is happening, and it has happened. But with the big cleanup that has recently happened, where inactive users, people who haven't logged in for 60 days, have been removed from the system, there have been a few glitches. You can understand with a website of this magnitude that glitches do happen. So there have been a few concerns and people reporting to support that when they are inviting people, they are not landing where they should. They are not following the 2x2x2 structure. That is being investigated. The custodians and the developers are well aware. Support have received sufficient emails, but if you need to report something, please report. They're trying to make sure that everything is resolved. And I know I would like compression to happen yesterday, but I also want a theme park where they don't just fix a broken ride with duct tape, and they actually get the engineers in and fix it properly. The safety, the security, and the longevity of Gift of Legacy is always priority. And a quick fix can be detrimental to the community. So if we're waiting, there's good reason. It's frustrating. People don't like waiting. We're very impatient species. But I would much rather have a system, a platform that is well cared for, that will last for generations to come. So that's my take. That's my understanding of where we're at. Watch the Telegram group, because that's where you get the information first, and nothing has been posted there. So we don't know anything more than that which I've just told you. In the chat, Queen says, thanks, and Bev and Ike for a presentation, was awesome. Thanks, Queenie. And then Bev says, this is a special loving day to be with this wonderful activity. You know what, I love Gift of Legacy. I love the community. I'm a people person, I'm a community person, and I love Gift of Legacy. It makes such sense to me. It makes sense that we are sending gifts from one person to another person across the world. And I love the fact that I get to meet people from different communities, different languages, people I have difficulty communicating with, because the same is the same is the same. And then you get in a rut in your life. And when you're challenged and you learn and you have to find ways to talk to people using a translator or experiencing a different culture's perspective on things, that's where you learn. That's the self-development and abundance that Beverly was talking about at the beginning of the presentation. That's what we learn in Gift of Legacy. And it just makes sense to me. And if your teams have been made smaller by the cleanup, go and find your people. Maybe those people who were removed off your boards weren't like-minded, like-hearted, community-minded people like you. Go and find new ones. Go out and do it. After compression, we might still have empty gaps on our boards. We've done training on it. So get ready. Start talking to people now. You should never not be talking to people. Do you remember Regan He used to present. He's Melissa's husband. And he used to say, take 2 coins and put them in one pocket. It's easy for the guys. Us ladies have a bit of a challenge with that. We don't all have pockets every day. But take 2 coins and put them in one pocket in the morning. And every time you feel them, it's a reminder you need to talk to 2 people about Gift of Legacy. And when you've spoken to someone about Gift of Legacy, you take that coin out and you put it in the other pocket. And by the time you take those pants off in the evening, those 2 coins should be in the other pocket. It's so practical. It's all we need to do. It's all we need to do. Well, it looks like there are no questions. Thank you each one for being here. We might be a small group, but if we all reached out to 2 people, and they reached out to 2 people, and they reached out to 2 people, that's how Gift of Legacy grew. Gift of Legacy grew from a small group of people, 7,470 people, I think it was, migrated from the precursor program. And now we're 1.6 million people because 2 people spoke to 2 people, spoke to 2 people. And we are here to color the world. We're here to break the shackles of poverty, to show people a different way of creating wealth and abundance. You're not selling anything. You're not buying stock. There's no company. Nobody's wiping out your benefits. You don't have deadlines or else you lose your points. You've got to invite 2 people and log in every 60 days. But why not log in more and read the information on the Academy? 56 pages of all the information you need. So Ike, closing words from you, my friend, and then we'll give Beverly the last word for tonight.
Yeah, just to say again that a legacy has been started for the whole world. What's the legacy that you and I are actually living for our families, for our kids and grandkids? It's a train that is moving, and we need to emulate the custodians and just remember that we are not here forever. For the remaining years of our lives, let's build a legacy for our kids, for our grandkids, for the community, for the bigger family, but for the community, for other people. Sometimes we have to do this for other people that don't see the bigger picture. I'm so excited to be here that there are people that I've brought in that don't have an idea of what I have in my hands. And I'm trying to pull them in, but they don't see it. And some of them I'm doing Gift of Legacy because of them or for them. So because their needs, I'm carrying them. So I want to actually leave that legacy to my family, to my kids, 3 kids, my grandkids, and the world. So that's my words. Thanks.
Forwards, always, backwards, never. That's what Ike always says.
Right.
Bev, last words for you.
Well, I agree with what Ike has said. We are the light of the world, learning something new, with the desire in our hearts to hold on to the hands of others that are around us, that we have encountered, and that are willing and also looking for someone to show them a different way of living. That is what doing this movement activity with the concept of Ubuntu has given for me to do to humanity. I am so grateful for this. Ike and Adele, I'm so grateful for this. I live with it night and day, studying and telling people that this is what they have been praying for, but they have got to learn to receive it. I send all my love, tons of blessings. Thank you very much for being here today. Thanks, Adele.
Thanks, babe. Yeah, they've got to be ready to receive it. If somebody phoned you tomorrow and offered you a weekend's free pass at the local amusement park in your town or city, and they told you it was for a family of 4, would you have a hard time inviting the other 3 people to join you for the weekend at the amusement park? Would you sit and think about it? Or would you immediately grab your phone and call someone? So let's invite people to the Gift of Legacy theme park. Get excited about it, folks. Get excited about it. Because once you enter the gates of Gift of Legacy, there's a lot more to it than just writing the boards of abundance. A lot more. But go and read about it in the Gift of Legacy Participants Guidelines. We're going to do training on Thursday night. Come and join us and learn more about this beautiful community. To each one of you, thank you so much. Good night. God bless. And goodbye.
Good night.
Good night.